your bones.
Do you regret buying camera gear? Stop it. Stop regretting. Let me give you some tips on how to stop regretting buying camera gear. Hi there, my name is Tudor Matescu and welcome to my channel. On my channel I talk about photography gear, tips and tricks and all kinds of stuff like this. So if you like this content and you are new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel, share my video and let me a comment after this video. So let's get to the subject. It's often happened to me to regret buying a piece of gear because life happened and there were times when I had this camera and I wasn't able to use it, and I was thinking, well, I've bought it and this camera, it stays on the shelf. Why I've bought it? I could use another camera and so on. But this is not a healthy practice at all, because I'm truly dedicated to photography and I know gear matters. Of course, it's not always about the gear, but gear matters, and when you have some experience, you are able to detect the small differences from different camera gears, and you are really knowing that those differences are making a huge deal in your photography. So gear matters, and if I have a good camera and I'm not able to use it, I must accept that, okay, when I will be able to use it, that gear will help me get the shot. So in this video I want to tell you 8 tips on how you can accept that you've made a purchase that is maybe above your budget, and how you should get over it and think about photography, videography, or what you are doing with that camera, and not about the price that you've paid for the gear. So the first tip is accept that you don't have enough experience with the gear that you want to buy. So this is a very important aspect. Lots of times we are buying gear that we search online. We are searching online for different camera reviews, but the camera companies are sending cameras and lenses to YouTubers and to bloggers to write reviews about those cameras and those lenses, and those big YouTubers and big bloggers, of course, they don't have the time to use the camera and the lens in real world life, so they are making a superficial review of the lens and of the camera. So my advice to it is to search for user experienced reviews. It's not about the chromatic aberration, it's not about how fast an AF it is in this period of time, because all the AF systems are pretty fast. It's about user experience, and if you are resonating with the user experience of the YouTuber who made the video, or of that blogger, or of that person who said something about the piece of gear that is interesting you. So search for user experienced reviews and not just for reviews that are telling you the main benefits and the main features of a camera or of a lens. Search for user real world experience. I think from my point of view that you can get more from this kind of reviews. The second tip is don't buy if it is out of your budget. It's very important to understand that if you don't have the budget, that gas, it's something really strong, and sometimes you can get over your budget, and it is possible to raise some financial problems. And from what I experienced, real world experience, it's not always the latest camera that will make a difference, but not having that experience, it's possible to determine me to make a wrong decision. And when I'm saying that, I'm thinking at XE4 compared to XE2S. I had Fuji XE2S before having Fuji XE4, and I hadn't have the experience of all Fujifilm lenses at that time. I've used Fuji XE2S with 35mm f1.4, a lens that it's clunky at AF. It's a good lens, I really appreciate it, but it has some AF problems, and I like good AF. and X-T2S was an older body. So I bought X-T4 and used that lens on X-T4 and other lenses. In the meantime, I've got 35mm f2 lens from Fujifilm that has a very good AF motor in it. So in the end, I was not very satisfied with X-T4 as a street photography camera with soul, and thinking about X-T2S, having the experience of the 35mm f2, now I realize after experienced Fujifilm 35mm f2, X-T4 and X-T2S and 35mm f1.4 that for my style of shooting, X-T2S with 35mm f2 would be a better choice. Why? Because the 35mm f2 will sure focus very well on X-T2S, that 60 megapixels are sufficient for me, and the mojoness and the soul of X-T2S, it is there. Fuji X-T2S is a small baby X Pro 3, X Pro 2 camera, and X-T4 it's not. So the conclusion of this part, it's not always about the latest gear. It is possible that the latest gear will not be as good as an old piece of gear. Accept your decision. Accept that when you buy gear, it is possible that that gear will lose between 5 and 30% of the value. This is possible. So you must accept that. Accept that you will lose some money when you will buy that piece of gear, because if you are not returning that piece of gear when you can return it, and if you will keep it, you will lose some money because of the market value. It is normal. Admit that and don't look back. It's very important to admit that your passion is costing some money. Don't be cheap. Don't try to get a very good deal on eBay or on other sites in the detriment of the seller. Think about the fact that the seller paid his money on the camera gear. He made the effort to buy it, he believed in that camera gear, and now he is selling it for different reasons. Why he or she should lose money for you? So my advice is pay the right price for the camera gear that you are buying. Don't try to get good deals. It's not about good deals, it's about being good with the people around you. When I want a piece of gear, a lens, a camera, and I know the fair price on the market, I don't negotiate when I see that the seller put a fair price. It is possible that sometime to negotiate, but I don't try to get an amazing deal, how I've said. If the price is fair, why negotiate? I accept the price. I think in this way, treating people like this, it's helping me to find similar people like me, and when I'm selling gear, to find people that are thinking like this. I want this camera, send it to me, this is the price, okay, take it, thank you, good luck with the camera or good luck with the lens. So it's very important to again understand your passion. You are not here to obtain good deals or to make financial savings. This is a passion that it's taking money from your wallet. So accept it. Spread the love. Money are made to be spent. Money are made to go from one person to another person and so on. Except if you give, you'll receive in return. Paying a fair price on a camera gear or on a lens, it's a good deed in the end. How I've said, the seller bought that camera too from his own money. He doesn't want to lose value, and if the camera it's not losing value over time, or if that lens it's, how I've said, at the fair market price, then accept it. If you have the budget, buy it. Don't look back. Don't try to obtain financial benefits from these kinds of transactions if you are not a camera dealer. If you are just a passionate user like me, don't try to obtain, how I've said, financial satisfaction, because you will not be able to obtain financial satisfaction. No. Art is not about money, how I will tell you in the conclusion of this video. It is a quote from Eugene Smith. Final tip is, don't think that people are trying to cheat you. I see often people that are thinking they are trying to be cheated by the seller. It's not that. It's possible to be that, I don't say it's not possible, but when you are thinking good about the people around you, you'll find out that you'll meet people with good intentions. So don't think someone is trying to cheat on you. Be fair and square, and you'll find good people like you that will be fair and square with you. If you have all these kind of thoughts, of negative thoughts from my point of view, you'll attract similar people. And you will find all kinds of problems after buying the gear, after taking the gear, and you will start feel frustrated. And the bonus tip, after buying the gear, please don't look at any other offers. Accept that you've taken that offer that satisfied you at that moment and go on. Go and shoot with that camera. Go and shoot with that gear. That gear is made for you to shoot with it. It's not made for you to have a good deal on it. It's not about good deals. It's about photography. If you are passionate about photography. And talking about this passion, I want to end this video thinking about Eugene Smith. I've read his life a little, and I was very impressed on his project at Pittsburgh. Let me read this little note to you. After leaving Life magazine, Smith joined the Magnum Photos agency in 1955. There he was commissioned by Stephen Laurent to produce a photographic profile of the city of Pittsburgh. The project was supposed to take him a month and to produce 100 images. It ended up occupying more than 2 years and producing 30,000 photographic negatives. The intended book was never delivered to Laurent, and Smith's obsessive work was bailed out by money from Magnum, causing strain between Smith and the photojournalist collective. And more than that, when I've researched this topic, I found a quote from Eugene Smith that really impressed me. When was asked why he's spending so much money and why he's not living out from there and being oppressed regarding the money that Magnum was spending with him there, he said the following: when art was about money. When art was about money. So when buying camera gear, if you are a passionate photographer and you are doing this for your passion, think again. When art is about money, you are spending money for the art. You are spending money to be creative. So it's not about doing camera deals here. It's about art. So when art, it's about money. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Share my videos with your friend. Let me a comment and talk to you soon. Bye bye.
I got a job in the valley, but today I didn't